Be honest with yourself right now. Think of the most expensive, most useless thing sitting in your home collecting dust. The guitar you bought and never learned. The camera that took 10 photos before it went into the drawer. The gym equipment still wearing its original tags. The course you purchased and never opened. The clothes hanging unworn with price tags that haunt you every time you open the closet. Stop the video. Go to the comments. Name that exact item. Confess it. Because today, I am going to show you exactly why your brain was tricked into buying it, and how to permanently destroy the urge that made you do it. That purchase was not a mistake. It was an operation. A precisely engineered psychological attack executed by companies that have studied your brain's vulnerabilities and built a trillion-dollar system around exploiting them. You did not fail to resist. You were not even given the chance to resist. The purchase was designed to happen before your rational mind could intervene. The samurai had a word for the warrior who could not be manipulated by external forces. Fudoshin, the immovable mind. A mind so trained, so aware of its own triggers, that no enemy, no merchant, no temptation could move it from its position. Today you will learn 5 Japanese principles that build Fudoshin against the buying impulse. Not budgeting tips, not willpower tricks. Structural defenses that make you permanently immune to the algorithm that has been draining your bank account since you got your first smartphone. Let us begin. Chapter 1. The Phantom Self. You did not buy that guitar because you wanted to play music. You bought it because you wanted to be a person who plays music. The guitar was not a tool. It was a costume for an identity you have not earned. This is the Phantom Self, the imaginary version of you that corporations sell products to. The Phantom Self runs marathons, so you buy running shoes. The Phantom Self is a photographer, so you buy an expensive camera. The Phantom Self is disciplined, so you buy gym equipment. The Phantom Self cooks gourmet meals, so you buy kitchen gadgets you will use twice. None of these purchases make you that person. The running shoes do not make you a runner. The camera does not make you a photographer. The gym equipment does not make you fit. But at the moment of purchase, your brain cannot distinguish between buying the tool and becoming the person. The dopamine hit of purchasing feels identical to the dopamine hit of achievement. Your brain registers, "I bought running shoes," with the same satisfaction as, "I ran 5 miles." The costume feels like the transformation. This is why your closets and drawers are full of gear for lives you do not live. Each item is a monument to a phantom self that existed for 3 minutes at the checkout counter and disappeared the moment the credit card was swiped. The person you were buying for does not exist, but the debt does. The samurai did not acquire weapons for battles they were not fighting. A warrior earned his tools through demonstrated skill, not anticipated skill. The blade was given after the training, not before. The armor was worn by the fighter, not the dreamer. The Phantom Self filter. Before any non-essential purchase, ask one question. Am I buying this for the person I am, or for the person I wish I were? If the honest answer is the phantom, the person who will start next week, or get into it eventually, the purchase is a costume. And costumes do not change who you are. They just make your closet heavier. This filter alone will eliminate 30 to 40% of your unnecessary purchases, but the remaining 60% are driven by something faster, something that bypasses even honest self-reflection. The second principle addresses that speed. Chapter 2. San-Nichi, the 72-hour siege. The Buy Now button is not a convenience feature. It is a weapon, engineered to compress the distance between desire and action to zero. See product. Feel want. Click button. Pay money. The entire transaction takes 3 seconds. Your rational brain takes 5 to 7 seconds to activate. The purchase is designed to finish before your logic begins. This is why you accidentally buy things. The speed of the transaction outpaces the speed of your judgment. By the time you think, "Do I actually need this?" your money is already gone. And Amazon's one-click purchase is specifically designed to eliminate even the minor friction of entering payment details, the last 2-second barrier between impulse and regret. San-Nichi means 3 days. It is the Japanese counterweapon to manufactured urgency. The protocol. When the buying urge strikes, you do not resist it. You do not argue with it. You do not try to logic your way out of it. You simply delay it. Add the item to the cart. Screenshot it. Write it down. And walk away for 72 hours. Here is what happens in those 72 hours. The dopamine spike that created the desire has a biological half-life. Within 4 to 6 hours, the neurochemical urgency drops by 50%. By 24 hours, it has dropped by 80%. By 72 hours, the dopamine has fully metabolized and the desire is gone, replaced by a clear, rational assessment of whether the item serves your actual life, not your phantom self. Research on delayed purchasing found that consumers who implemented a 72-hour waiting period before non-essential purchases reduced their impulse spending by 60 to 70%, not because they developed better willpower, because 60 to 70% of purchase desires are entirely dopamine-driven and do not survive the 72-hour metabolism. The desire was never real. It was chemical, and chemicals dissipate. The limited time offer, and only 3 left, triggers that create false urgency, are specifically designed to prevent this delay. They tell your brain, if you wait, you lose. This is almost always a lie. The product will be available tomorrow. The sale will return. The limited stock will be replenished. These urgency triggers exist because the seller knows that if you wait 72 hours, you will not buy. They are trying to prevent the delay that would destroy the sale. Let them try. The 72-hour siege is your firewall. Nothing penetrates it except genuine need. And genuine need does not disappear in 3 days. Only manufactured desire does. 2 principles killing the phantom self and the speed attack. But there is a third pattern of unnecessary buying that neither of these catches. A pattern that disguises itself as investment instead of impulse. Chapter 3. The skill-to-tool ratio. You bought a $1,200 camera. Your photography skill is worth $50. You bought a $2,000 guitar. Your playing ability is worth $20. You bought a $500 set of cooking knives. Your culinary skill is worth a microwave meal. This is the gear trap. The belief that premium tools will produce premium results. They will not. Premium tools in unskilled hands produce the same results as basic tools in unskilled hands, plus the added psychological weight of owning equipment that constantly reminds you of the gap between what you bought and what you can actually do. The Japanese martial arts tradition of mastery stages provides the antidote. In the first stage of learning, the student is given the most basic equipment available: a wooden practice sword, a plain uniform, simple, functional, humble tools. The student earns the next level of equipment by demonstrating skill that requires better equipment. The upgrade is not a purchase. It is a promotion, earned through competence. This creates a powerful psychological alignment. The tool matches the skill. The student never feels the cognitive dissonance of owning gear that outranks their ability, and the desire for better equipment becomes a motivator for improving skill, not a substitute for it. Your protocol, the skill-to-tool ratio. Before buying any tool, equipment, or gear for a hobby or skill, ask, has my current equipment become the bottleneck? If your $200 camera's limitations are actually preventing you from taking the photos your skill can produce, the upgrade is earned. If your $200 camera can still do more than your skill can extract from it, the upgrade is a costume. The phantom self wants the $1,200 camera. Your actual skill needs 6 more months with the $200 one. Start with the cheapest functional version of any tool. Use it until your skill outgrows it. Then, and only then, upgrade. Not when a new model launches, not when a sale appears, when your skill demands it. The tool follows the skill, never the other way around. 3 principles: phantom self exposed, impulse delayed, gear trap neutralized. But there is a 4th force driving unnecessary purchases that is so embedded in modern culture that most people mistake it for progress. Chapter 4. Wabi-Sabi, the anti-upgrade matrix. Your phone works perfectly. Every app runs. Every call connects. Every photo is clear. Nothing about its performance has degraded since you bought it, but the new model just launched. It is 8% faster. The camera has one additional feature. The color is slightly different. And suddenly, your perfectly functional phone feels old, insufficient, embarrassing to pull out in public. Nothing changed about your phone. Everything changed about your perception of your phone. The marketing for the new model did not sell you a better device. It sold you dissatisfaction with your current device. The product being marketed is not the new phone. The product being marketed is your unhappiness with the old one. This is the upgrade cycle, the most profitable psychological operation in consumer history. Companies do not need to make your product fail. They just need to make you again feel like it has failed. And that feeling, manufactured through advertising, social comparison, and planned aesthetic obsolescence, costs consumers thousands per year in replacements for items that were never broken. Wabi-Sabi is the Japanese philosophy that dissolves this trap at its source. Wabi-Sabi finds beauty in age, wear, and imperfection. The cracked glaze on a 200-year-old tea bowl is not a flaw. It is a biography. The worn leather on a bag is not damage. It is patina that no new product possesses. The scratch on your phone is not a defect. It is evidence that the tool has been used, which is the entire point of owning it. When you internalize Wabi-Sabi, the upgrade cycle loses its grip. You look at your 3-year-old phone and see a tool that has served you reliably for 1,000 days. You look at your worn jacket and see character that money cannot buy. The marketing that was designed to create dissatisfaction bounces off because you are no longer measuring your possessions against what is new. You are measuring them against what is functional. And functional does not expire on a marketing calendar. The samurai carried weapons with visible battle scars, nicks in the blade, wear on the handle. These marks were not flaws. They were proof that the weapon had survived real combat. A pristine blade had never been tested. A scarred blade had been tested and survived. The scars increased the value. Your possessions have scars. Those scars are not reasons to replace. They are proof of service. Respect them. And the urge to upgrade a perfectly functional item because a slightly shinier version exists will quietly die. 4 principles, dismantling the buying machine from every angle. The 5th principle is the final wall. The physical law that prevents accumulation, even when all other defenses fail. Chapter 5. The zero-sum inventory. Every defense eventually faces a breach. The phantom self sneaks through. The 72-hour siege fails on a bad day. The skill ratio gets rationalized. The Wabi-Sabi philosophy cracks under social pressure. You are human. You will buy things you do not need. The question is not whether it will happen. The question is whether there is a structural limit that prevents accumulation. The zero-sum inventory is that limit. The rule is absolute. For every item that enters your home, one item of similar type must leave. No exceptions. No, I will find room. No, just this once. One in, one out. New jacket enters, an old jacket is donated. New gadget arrives, an old gadget leaves. New pair of shoes, one pair exits. The total volume of possessions never increases. It can only rotate. This rule works where willpower fails, because it does not ask you not to buy. It asks you to pay a cost beyond money. The cost is execution. You must physically identify, select, and remove an existing item before the new one earns its place. This additional cost creates a psychological friction that money alone does not create. Money is abstract. Swiping a card does not feel like losing something. But holding a jacket in your hands and placing it in a donation bag feels real, tangible. The loss is physical, and that physical loss activates the same loss aversion that the purchase was trying to avoid. Suddenly, buying something new costs, something beyond dollars. It costs a piece of what you already own, and that cost makes most impulse purchases feel not worth it. The deeper benefit, the zero-sum inventory, forces regular auditing. Every new item entering requires surveying what you already own to decide what leaves. This survey keeps you constantly aware of what you have. which combats the consumer blindness that makes you forget you already own 15 shirts when you buy the 16th. Your protocol. The rule activates today. Nothing new enters without something old leaving. If you cannot identify something willing to sacrifice for the new item does not enter. The fortress has a population cap, and the cap is non-negotiable. 5 principles. Each one a wall between you and the machine that has been draining your account, your space, and your peace. The phantom self. Stop buying costumes for the person you wish you were. If you have not earned the upgrade through skill and use, the purchase is a fantasy. Let the fantasy die. San-Nichi. 72-hour siege on every non-essential purchase. Let the dopamine metabolize. What survives 3 days is real. What dies was always a chemical trick. The skill-to-tool ratio. Start cheap. Upgrade only when your skill outgrows the tool. The gear does not make the warrior. The training does. Wabi-Sabi. Respect the scars on your possessions. A working tool that has served you for years is worth more than a shiny replacement that has served no one. Scarred is veteran, shiny is untested. The zero-sum inventory. 1 in, 1 out. No exceptions. The fortress has a population cap. Every new citizen requires an exile. They want you addicted to the checkout button, because a man chasing the next delivery box is a man who is not building anything that matters. Every dollar you spend on things you do not need is a piece of your freedom handed back to the system. Stop buying costumes for your imaginary self. Respect your current tools. Impose the 72-hour siege. Become immune to the algorithm. And if you confessed your dusty, useless purchase at the beginning of this video, here is your assignment. Go get it right now. Hold it. Feel the weight of the money you wasted on the phantom self. Then decide. Use it this week, or donate it today. No middle ground. No maybe later. The phantom self dies when the costume leaves the building. Come back to the comments and tell me what you did. That is how immunity begins.